Grace here again. We're going to go into Tesco's and we're going to film our top 10 tips for tackling the supermarket. Cheaper things, healthier things, label reading, all that kind of thing.
We hope you enjoy. So for our first top tip, we have yoghurt. So yoghurt is something that we often might get a little bit confused about. Whilst it is a healthy product, it's really important that we look at the sugar content in these flavoured yoghurts. So for example, we take this Onken cherry yoghurt. This one's got 14 grams of sugar per 100 gram. What we can swap that to is the 0% natural yoghurt or Greek style natural yoghurt, and that one only has 6.8 grams of sugar per 100 gram. We can also add lots of fruit to that, so you still get the fruit flavour, but you don't get the same sugar increase.
So guys, our next top tip is around vegetables. If you're a bit short on money or you're fed up of throwing wobbly vegetables out the fridge and you hate wasting them, this buying frozen vegetables is a really good way to just keep them in your freezer and always have them on hand. They're super cheap, so this one is £1.40 for the whole bag, and this will just stay in your freezer for as long as you want. You can grab a handful out at any point, pop it in a pan of boiling water or even in the microwave, and that's adding some veg to your meal at a really easy, cheap, fast method.
So for our next top tip, if you're wanting to buy crisps at a supermarket, instead of buying the big bag of normal crisps, why not try and get the baked crisps multi-pack? Not only will that reduce the fat content because they're baked and not fried, it will also make it easy to portion control because you'll likely just have one bag as opposed to having as many as you want of these.
Right guys, our next top tip is really super simple surrounding bread. If every day you have 2 pieces of bread with your breakfast, a super quick tip would be to swap your thick white bread for a smaller piece of brown bread. So if you have 2 pieces of this, can you simply have 2 pieces of the smaller brown loaf instead?
Our next top tip is about porridge, which might be a common thing that you're having in the morning. Whilst it's a really, really good option to be having, if we're having these golden syrup ones, which are sachets, and there is a lot more sugar in them than just buying normal oats. In this one, there is 21.5 grams of sugar per 100 gram, where there'll be no sugar in these ones because it's just plain oats. Another thing is that you're going to be saving a lot of money. So these ones are double the price of a big bag of porridge. So while you'll only get 10 portions of porridge here, you might get 30 in this one. So you're obviously saving a lot of money at the same time. You can also add lots of things to this porridge as well to make it even tastier.
So guys, our next top tip is around cereal. So when we're looking at cereal, in order to compare them properly, we need to turn to the nutrition table on the back or the side, rather than just the traffic light system at the front. That's so that you can compare per 100 grams and you know you're doing a proper comparison. So, per 100 grams, our Crunchy Nut cereal has 35 grams of sugar, okay? Per 100 grams, our Weetabix only have 4.4 grams of sugar. So that's a really basic comparison there. We can see that 35 grams versus 4.4 grams is a big difference, so we know that our Weetabix are probably our healthier choice. Right guys, our next top tip is about pasta sauces. So we all might be used to buying these ones, but our tip is to try and avoid it. So they add quite a lot of added sugar to these pasta sauces, and we think a better idea is to start making our own. So this one costs £1.85 and has about 5 grams of sugar added to that per 100 grams. These ones cost 90p and don't have any added sugar at all. To these ones, we can chop up some onions, some garlic, some peppers, we can add some spinach if we like it. We can add loads of veggies to this sauce to make it a super healthy option, half the price and no added sugar. So guys, our next top tip is to make sure you're looking out for what mince you're buying. So these two both look quite similar. This one is 20% fat and this one is only 5% fat. So you're getting a much higher fat percentage in this one, which will increase your overall fat intake for the day. Just make sure that you're checking the label properly and looking for the lowest percent fat that you can afford.
So as we mentioned in our last tip, the leaner beef mince might be a little bit more expensive. So our next top tip is to bulk out the meals with chickpeas or kidney beans. This is a really good way of increasing your protein intake, and it's obviously a lot cheaper, so it means that we can reduce the cost of the meal as well. Chickpeas and red kidney beans are about 50p for a can, which means your meals will go a lot further by introducing these into them.
Be swapping regular Coca-Cola for your sugar-free Coca-Cola. If you drink this whole bottle, that's 54 grams of sugar. The recommended daily intake for sugar is maximum 30 grams. So even just in this small bottle, you've completely exceeded your daily sugar intake. If you have this one, there's lots of sweeteners which we know are not harmful for our health at this point, but there's no sugar in that. That's going to be better for your blood sugar and your waistline. Okay. Alright guys, thanks for watching our video. I hope that was useful, I hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you can use some of our tips next time you go shopping.
If you've got any other ideas of any videos that you want us to make, then please get in touch, or you can let your lifestyle coach know in your next group. We hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.
Bye.